There are two reasons I can surmise as to why someone would wear their necktie loosened. One is for comfort. In that case, find a private area and remove your tie completely. The other is for fashion. Make no mistake, the fashion statement this makes is that you are a slob. Once you have put on a necktie, it is as much a part of your outfit as any other article of clothing you are wearing, and removing it is akin to disrobing. Although not as bad as removing your belt in front of people, it's certainly in the same category. If you need to remove your tie, find a place where you can remove it in private. The novelty tie. Unless you are a professional clown or it is part of a Halloween costume, a novelty tie should never be worn when others can see it. Wear it at home when you are alone all you want, but the general rule is a novelty tie is never acceptable. You would be hard-pressed to find a worse look than tucking your tie into your pants. A tie of the proper length does not need to be tucked into your pants, so just make sure you're wearing a tie of the proper length. Tucking your tie in between the shirt buttons of your collar makes your necktie contort and forms an unseemly lump in your shirt. Instead, wear a necktie accessory to keep your tie in place. Tucking the narrow end of your tie into your shirt is not discreet. It is noticeable. If the narrow end of your tie hangs lower than the wide end, keep retying your tie until you get it right. Tossing your necktie over your shoulder to keep it clean during a meal is absolutely ludicrous. If you are worried about stains on your necktie, simply order food which will minimize the risk. Instead of spaghetti, try the steak. Of course, if you're the type that would toss your necktie over your shoulder, you really shouldn't be allowed into a place that serves steak. A tie that is too long looks odd. A tie that is too short looks comical. If that is the image you are trying to project, don't forget the bowler hat. Once tied, the wide end of a necktie should reach your belt line. The narrow end should be 2 inches above. Learn how to measure yourself for a necktie and do your best to add only neckties that are the right size for you to your collection. Just follow the basic rule. The width of your tie should match the width of your lapel. Wearing necktie accessories can be a great way to add a bit of polish to your look. Wearing the wrong accessories can ruin your appearance. Avoid over-ornamented accessories and be careful of adding any accessories to a tie with a wild pattern. If you are wearing a patterned shirt and a patterned necktie, I would recommend a tie strap, which is not visible, to keep your tie in place. Club ties can help your appearance be a bit more distinguished, unless you are wearing it to look more distinguished and don't really belong to that club. Either join the club or don't wear the tie. There really isn't any other option. Wearing a club tie to an organization to which you don't belong is a social gaffe which will taint the way people view you long after the necktie has been taken off. Tying your tie knot too loose looks slovenly, and the knot most likely will loosen itself further as the day goes on. Tying your knot too tight leaves you with a lumpy snarl of a knot which is not handsome by anyone's definition. Use a mirror when tying your necktie. Practice until you get it right. A perfect knot adds so much to your appearance that it is certainly worth the effort.